Playing Don't Starve. When you're playing this game, don't starve. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, blah blah, you die. And then you're like, why? Actually, I'm wondering, can I stare at this camera while I think about this game and talk about it? I've gotta, like, imagine. Like, in this game, man, there's these fucking realms. Like, the worst one is the purple tentacle realm, because, like, you go to that realm and there's things that pop out of the ground. It's a very 2D isometric game, but you forgive it. You forgive it. You forgive it. You forgive it. You forget it. You forgive it. You forgive it. You play as Wilson. Don't play as anybody else. You're gonna ruin the game experience. Wilson is the best character for just, like, synchronicity of the game. Wilson is a character that is a male. He's, like, suddenly confused. He's thrown in this world. He's, like, lost. He's, like, evaporated into this magic realm, like, by this dark magician. All this is like 2D cartoon graphic, but it's like realistically pulls you in because you're like, oh, I get the personality right away. I get the personality, The facial expressions are real. They can't talk, so they use instruments to portray the sounds that they use. So it's like, and Chester is a little boing, 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 boing pet that bounces around when you have the dog bone, when you have the eye bone. And when you go to Chester and open up, he's like a chest. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inventory slots. This game is about inventory slots. You've got inventory slots. You've got like 25 inventory slots. You've got 3 equip slots. Simply you put drag and drop a click an item onto these slots, and then you equip it. Okay. Some, like, they are so useful and so utilizable, and they're so unique. For instance, you know, the pigskin helmet, with the football helmet, you take a pigskin, which all of these are like equations in this game that you get from like different things. Like you collect and then you equate. You equate what you have. You want to instantly equate a torch with 2 grass and 2 twigs. And like every 5 centimeters, this game is like in centimeters, you know, like only got like a screen wide. So like when you click, your character walks like he walks like 5 feet for every 3 centimeters basically. And then like, so you walk about 5 feet to get a grass, and like, that grass goes in your inventory. If you already had a grass in your inventory, it goes to the stack. Stacking is like if you click, and stacking goes if you click and you hold a button, you can actually manipulate the stack action. So if you hold control, you split the stack when you pick it up. Because this game is about, seriously, stacks in your inventory slots. Dragging this character 5 centimeters every 3 inches, trying to keep this meter of trying to keep this meter that's at 150 that drops every 6 seconds try to keep it at, like, you know, greater than 0 through placing objects in a certain fashion so that they'll be ready for you later on. It's a game about preparation. It's a game about preparation. Like there's a food. Okay, it's a game about inventory slots, dragging the character 5 feet every 3 centimeters, about panes of equations. Okay, these panes of equations. One of those panes is the food pane. And that's awesome, right? Like, the games don't starve. So, how much more awesome is the food pane? And in the food pane, you've got the farm. The advanced farm, which is great. Advanced farm, like, little birds drop literally every so often in these 25 centimeters of radius you got. Little birds randomly drop like every 10 seconds, honestly. They sometimes, small percentage of time, drop a seed. This is programmed into the game. Everything is like a random number programming. When that seed drops, another bird is going to come back down and eat it if you don't go pick it up. You should go pick that seed up, because that's the only way you can get a vegetable out of a farm or an advanced farm, by placing a seed in it. That's the only way you can get a vegetable. And then you can speed up the rate at which your farms produce. Like, a farm can only hold 1 vegetable at a time, and that vegetable might only fill 50 or 35 of hunger. Now, this meter that drops every 6 seconds, within like a minute, you're like 1/8 of the way. So like within 8 minutes, you're like, and then how does the time scale in the game? There are days that pass in this game. So many days that day and night is a cycle that you feel like every 3 minutes, honestly. I believe that the day-night cycle is 8 minutes. So there you go. Every time a day passes, it's like a day passed in real life, honestly. Things progress, people move, things grow. Growing. I've forgotten growing. This is a game about growing. You're growing plants. You're growing trees. You're growing, if you're a pro, you're growing spider eggs. That's like, okay, spiders pop out of the spider eggs. There's something disastrous that can happen if you don't do something careful. You attack the spiders with the spear, it only takes 3 hits. You attack spiders with the axe, it only takes 7 hits. You know, it depends on what you have equipped. It so depends on what you have equipped. The game is all about equipment, for crying out loud. It's about food, for crying out. It's about crafting, for crying out. It's about equations, for crying out. It's about collecting, for crying out. It's about day and night, for crying out loud. It's about seasons, for crying out loud. It's about crying out loud, for crying out loud. It's a very good game. I can't stand to be away from it in the business world. Because I'm an adult that loves Don't Starve. Don't Starve. So when I played in my Don't Starve, I had the ultimate realm because my landmass looks something like that. And you have to imagine that that's a different biome, that's a different biome, that's a different biome, that's a different biome, and it was so beautiful how this one was equal to this one in symmetry, this one was equal to this one in symmetry, and like there was even like more dissection. This one was equal to this one in symmetry, and then there was that one. It's like so fucking beautiful, and my camp was around right there. Had some, you know, the triangular fire chimneys, and your like little chest somewhere. I swear to God, it was like this. Your regular fire pit, your science machine, and then the crock pots, of course, with that special formation that you have to do 2 crock pots first, and then the icebox. Seriously, I know about that. On top of that was like a little patched up region down here of beach that I made, because there was no beach. And then palm trees. Seriously, like in symmetry in line like that. And, last but not least, do you see what these are? These are bee boxes. And then I had my garden of flowers right here. So, drawing away the bees when they became angry. Just like that. Shit, like, let's do it down here. This is not, like, when you're trying to build an icebox, don't put the icebox first. Because then when you try to put the crock pot, it doesn't let you. Then when you try to put the other, it's like, you're spatially limited by putting 2 crock pots down. And then you're spatially limited, like, infinitely with the icebox. So just place it between the 2 crock pots. Grass looks like this. And twigs look like this. I swear, it's like simple, and it's beautiful because it's able to accomplish. Last but not least, there was magically freaking beefalo, or whatever the shipwrecked equivalent. They were called like water buffalo. So it was like, oh, and then I lost it because of, you know, that shit. The dragoon eggs from the sky during the dry season.